Welcome to Tech Blueprint, a window that lets you know the latest technology news in the world. In the first half of 2025, under pressure from U.S. technology blockades, China's tech industry demonstrated strong adaptability and innovative vitality. Data shows that from 2023 to 2024, the share of domestically produced computing power in China's data center accelerator card market surged from 14% to 34.6%. Huawei's performance was particularly outstanding. A Huawei paper showed that the measured efficiency of its new generation 910C exceeded that of NVIDIA's H100. In a May report, Mizuho Securities analysts predicted that shipments of Huawei's Ascend 910 series AI chips would exceed 700,000 units by 2025. This forecast shocked the international market. Cambrican's financial report was even more impressive. In the first quarter of 2025, the company's quarterly revenue soared 42.3 times, achieving its first quarterly profit since its listing. This performance reflects strong domestic demand for domestically produced chips. June saw a surge in IPOs. Thread and Mushi submitted their IPO applications to the Science and Technology Innovation Board on the same day, while Byron Technology and Suiyuan Technology are both in the IPO guidance stage. The capital market's recognition of domestic GPU companies has significantly increased. IDC's report provides a more comprehensive picture. In the first half of 2024, China's accelerated server market reached $5 billion, a year-on-year increase of 63%. The market for accelerated servers powered by non-GPU chips, such as NPUs and ASICs, grew by a staggering 182%, reaching nearly $700 million. Shipments of domestic Chinese AI chip brands have reached nearly 200,000 units, accounting for approximately 20% of the total market share. Changes are also significant at the server manufacturer level. In the first half of 2024, domestic manufacturers such as Inspur, H3C, and Ningchang accounted for over 70% of the market share by sales. China's domestic server supply chain is becoming deeply integrated with domestic AI chip acceleration, building a relatively independent ecosystem. Trend4's forecast is even more ambitious. It predicts that the proportion of chips purchased from external suppliers, such as NVIDIA and AMD, in the Chinese AI market will decline from approximately 63% in 2024 to approximately 42% in 2025. However, with support from state-owned AI chip policies, domestic chip suppliers are expected to increase their share to 40% by 2025, almost matching the proportion of chips purchased from external suppliers. NVIDIA is deeply concerned about this. In the 3 months since the H100 sales ban, NVIDIA's market value has evaporated by $160 billion. Jensen Huang privately assessed that China already possesses the capability to produce chips on par with the H100. He urged the U.S. government to lift restrictions on Chinese AI chip exports, saying this would only harm the interests of American tech companies. The American technology stack should become the global standard, just as the U.S. dollar has become the global currency, Huang said in a podcast from the U.S. think tank Special Competitive Studies Initiative. He also emphasized that China is a competitor and adversary, not an enemy. The progress of domestically produced chips is not only reflected in quantity, technological breakthroughs are also remarkable. Companies like Baidu Kunlun Core, Alibaba Pingchu GE, and Qianshu Jixin have already approached or surpassed the performance of mainstream international products in specific areas. Several domestically produced AI chips have already surpassed the H100 in some areas. Building a software ecosystem is crucial. NVIDIA has established customer lock-in through the CUDA ecosystem, while Chinese companies are building their own development tool chains and software ecosystems. While there is still a gap compared to CUDA, the pace of progress has exceeded expectations. On May 23, the U.S. Department of Homeland Security announced the revocation of Harvard University's Student and Exchange Scholar Program, prohibiting the university from recruiting international students. This extreme measure reflects the United States' anxiety over technological competition, but it could also backfire, driving more talent back to China. IDC China AI infrastructure analyst Du Yunlong believes that due to large-scale initial purchases, China's AI server market is still in a stock market phase, providing a buffer period for domestic technology upgrades. In the current environment, as the industry's demand for large-scale models continues to grow, building an ecosystem that adapts to Chinese computing power facilities will become a major focus. In short, China's tech industry will rise against the trend in 2025. Domestic computing power will surge to 34.6%. Huawei's Ascend chip will surpass NVIDIA's H100 in efficiency, and Cambrican's quarterly revenue will soar 42-fold. Domestic AI chip shipments will account for 20% of the market share, and it is expected that by 2025, domestic chips will be on par with international giants. Huang Renshuan frankly stated, China already has the ability to produce chips of the same level, and technological blockades will only harm U.S. interests.